Hey everybody, it's Operation Destroy, and welcome guys back to my channel. I am sorry I'm so behind on the Mega Crab, and I know a lot of people are already showcasing up in the 30s, guys. Today I'm showing you some replays of me getting through 18 to 25, guys. Here is a solo on 18. Right now I'm using the Skanks attack, you know, the big heavy meat shield destroyers. We got the fire destroyers, and then the tank. The girl's a little slow behind the Scorchers, but you got to time them right, guys. Otherwise, the Scorchers go too far ahead. They don't do the damage the tanks can do with that boom, and so you have to work it out. I'm sorry the video is so fanned out. It's not so zoomed in. I'm just trying to cover all my bases while I overlook it. But as you guys can see here, I'm kind of destroying, I'm destroying the cryo bomb, and I'm going to destroy those. Now, first I'm thinking to myself, I'll let the critters get out, destroy the cryo bomb, which it did, and then they went right for those look-alike Dr. T's. So I'm like, dang it. So anyways, I finally get artillery and finally take those Dr. T lookalikes out, guys. Yeah, they are interesting little critters, and they do damage. They can destroy mines. They can do everything, and they give you GBE too as well when they blow up, which is kind of nice. So here I got some critters, guys, going along here. Some Scorchers leading the pack, and the tanks are slowly but surely following behind. And it looks like with that critter, that juice, what do you got, that serum juice, it really jumpstarts our troops. And I begin shocking over here the shock launcher and some rockets just to kind of ease the burden. And then I just do a nice little nasty barrage on the shock launcher. But as you guys can see here, our tanks and Scorchers are going to finish this one off just in beautiful timing. And we're going to take down 18 just like that, you guys. So boom, any second now we should have this down, and we'll move right on to 19. I'm trying to make this video super short, but I know it's like over 20 minutes. I've already did in the video. So anyways, guys, so there goes 18, guys, and then the 4 shards are always welcome to Op Destroy's family. Next, guys, 19, moving in with the Skanks as well. Another solo at your service. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm thinking, look, there's not too many major defenses to kill my Skanks. So I figure, yeah, the boom cannons are there, so I have some GBE, but not really right now because I got a bunch of critter containers to utilize as distractions for my tanks and troops. But and then I got that speed serum there that help boost the Scorchers, critters, and tanks if they're caught in the serum realm. But as you guys see here, I'm chewing through. I believe I even shocked maybe those cannons there. Maybe I do. Yeah, it looks like I am. Or I'm actually shocking that shock launcher probably. But look at, you guys see here that we're moving fine. There's some critters leading the pack. They'll destroy some of the mines for us. Not that that'll affect the Scorchers that much, but as you can see, I'm shocking those boom cannons behind the core because those will, working in conjunction with each other, destroy my troops faster than I could probably blink. But anyways, guys, so I just have my troops going. I actually flare them over there to the right side. Basically right here, I want them to kind of rid the shield generators. In addition, and there goes one of my Scorchers. They look like popcorn when they die. They just blow up. And we're working on those boom cannons behind the core, and it's a slow, and I'm sorry the frame is just way zoomed out. It's just like it's a wide shot. I wish I would have zoomed it, and there's a little bit. Right now we did lose some troops on this, guys. I did lose a Scorcher and a tank, but it will go down slowly but surely. The tanks are actually tearing through that shield as we speak, and then now it does fall. And my Scorchers, I'm like, all right, guys, I don't need you dying anymore, so I flare back, and then I let my Scorchers, and I think they live. I don't think they live to tell about it, I think. And down goes 19 in a second. I finally flare so those guys wouldn't leave, and boom, down goes 19, guys. So there goes another solo for you guys on 19. I'm using all Skanks. So moving on to 20, we're using solo here, guys. Solo. We solo number 20 with the hookah style, guys. So first and foremost, I'm like, I need to get rid of those rockets because they're just a catastrophe with my Zookas and heavy. So I'm like, all right. So I figure out I got to take out those shield generators. It's just too many of them, and it's just a great way to secure a possible victory if you can kill the shield, right? So I throw out the critters, guys, and I let them kind of do what they can do, and I let him chew out that rocket launcher right there. And as soon as he rocket launcher guys and falls, I let my troops out, and I'm actually deploying them from left to right here and heading to those shield generators, guys, and also I had to lay a couple smokes down because there you see that little pesky shock launcher there on the left side of the deployment zone. Got to make sure you get covered there because you don't want him slowing your troops down in a time like this. So I lay some critters out on top there for those critter crates to distract some of those sniper towers so they don't pick off too many of my troops, because I need most of them to actually get to the core and destroy it. But as you see here, guys, I'm letting my heavies kind of just tear away here. What I'm trying to do here is kind of kill some of these sniper towers so that when I do flare back to those shield generators, I don't have these guys pounding my troops while I'm taking it out. So basically, I let my troops kind of go there, and then I flare back to the right corner. And now all I have to do contend with right now is just a pesky flamethrower, which I'm not too worried about because my heavies will lead the pack here, and then my Zookas will behind them take it out. Yes, he is burning my heavies right now, but sure enough, my girls will take it down. And then now that the core is open and there's no more shield, I'm like, all right, this is the kill spot at 5 o'clock, right to next to the core. And destroying some of those Dr. T lookalikes would not help my cause. So here I go, guys, and it's all about precision here, guys. You make sure you smoke those troops right down the middle, because if you don't, you got rockets, you got all kinds of stuff firing at you. I actually let out some critters there to kind of distract some of the troops to kind of ease the burden of properly smoking, but I did a pretty good job on that. Now again, guys, look at the Zookas are falling slowly behind. So on these bases, you need to let your heavies out pretty much last when you're dealing with this, because otherwise it'll just be done. You can kind of see here that it looks kind of sloppy, but in the end, guys, we do take out stage 20 here, all hookah solo. So boom goes 20, and next time we're going to be using again a hookah for stage 21, another solo coming at you guys. You're probably thinking, wow, you're just an awesome Boom Beach player. Well, yeah, you'll see that I don't solo every base, guys. But here goes 21 with a... No, this is not hookah. This is Tuka. Tanks and Zookas, I call them Tuka. Whatever. I mean, you can do what you want. But if you look here, guys, I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to use my tanks to clear a swath of area, then unleash my Zookas towards the end. I'm looking and saying, you know what? They can do this because there are some cannons and boom cannons, but it's nothing to worry about because I have shocks and I'm not smoking, so I have plenty of GBE for that. So what I'm trying to do here, guys, is destroy and prepare for my Zooka deployment to come out and take out this core, and I do. It works out flawlessly. Now, again, I didn't just do it flawlessly. I did lose Zookas, and I pretty much almost didn't solo it. But a win is a win, guys, and a solo is a solo, regardless if you have one troop left in my book. Again, guys, I'm looking at the overview shot here just to make sure I'm covering my bases when it comes to my tanks. And you can see with the critters, guys, that my tanks are doing a pretty good clear job for my girls. My goal is to get that rocket launcher and laser beam if possible. So when I go up there, I don't have that many shocks to throw out for my Zookas. But if you look at my GBE, guys, I'm not really trying to like blow it up. I'm trying to let them just do what they can. I think I may throw a shock here, basically to kind of just offset the boom cannons for a short while, and then I clear these critter crates here to kind of leave a dent and a distraction for these boom cannons, and I did a pretty good job on that. And our tanks are doing a pretty good job chewing up to the core, you guys, I would say. Again, I have 2 minutes left on here, so I had plenty of time to get my Zookas up. So I'm kind of just like letting the critters go, and I'm shocking. I have 140 GBE, plenty of GBE to get my girls up there with a few shocks, guys. I probably shouldn't be using that many more shocks. I'm trying to think to myself, I'm like, wait, was I going to use tanks here to actually finish this? Did I need even the Zookas? I don't know, but I figured, you know what? There's so much more shield on that core that I know the tanks aren't going to do it. So I think I said, you know what? I need to hold off on the actual GBE tossing and use it for my Zookas. Now, I think I a little over much done it with the shocks, and look how expensive the shocks are now, 27. I wish I could have sped this up because they take forever to die, and I have only so much to say about this. But as you see, guys, my tanks are doing what they can. I don't recall if they actually released the shield. That would be a great thing. I think they might. I think I have my girls coming out now. And yeah, there they go. Here come my Zuka, my beautiful ladies. And the tanks did take out the actual shield. So that is totally a blessing for my Zukas. And now just what I have to do is be careful because there are rockets up there still. I need to properly smoke my girls. And then I have the rest to shock. I'm probably going to be shocking the lasers. Again, those shocks are at 32 guys now a pop. So it's just a matter of, and there's not much actual health on that core left. So I think it was just a couple blasts and this core was down. So what I do here, I think I throw critters. Yes, flare the core, let the lasers pick up on those critters. And then I didn't have any more juice, guys. I didn't have, look at this. Look how close it was. I was not going to solo this, but I did. And a solo is a solo. So Mega Crab 21 goes down with the Tuka, the tank, and the Zuka, guys. So next on the 22, we're going to go Skanks again, guys, and it is a solo on this one with the Skanks. I did 4-4 here, 4 boats of Scorchers and 4 boats of tanks, and I'm kind of chewing on the left side here. Yeah, there are cannons there. I had to get rid of those cryo bombs because if you get stuck in one of those cryo bombs, man, it is just a miserable, sluggish time because there's times where I forgot about the cryo bomb and my troops hit it and I'm just like, oh my wow, like where is the speed serum when you need it? And so you gotta take care of those cryo bombs if you're gonna be going in that area. So beware of those. They do help and they do hurt at the same time. So anyways, guys, so here I am, my flame. We got a bunch of ice out there from the cryo bomb, and then we have the fire melting it just like that. We're creating a cool path here. I'm trying to create a path here, trying to kill as much as I can, and then I flare. I see that speed serum there. I'm like, yes, I need it. I need to give my troops a boost, a speed boost, and sure enough, I do. And we just go to town on these rockets and anything in our way here. We go for the shield generators, and we're just kind of making our way up to the top left side of this. And believe it or not, guys, with we have 176 GBE, guys. Pretty much a lot of GBE to shock and do what we need to do. So I'm kind of clearing what I can clear, and then finally I actually flare my troops up top to the left of the core, and then I believe I just flare this core. And I use the remaining GBE guys I have to shock, and give these defenses major shock therapy, guys, because like I said, I needed it. And I wasn't too sure I was going to solo this one because I had a kind of a slab of shield health on there. But my tanks, while my Scorchers were kind of dancing around the HQ, they were kind of my meat shields to my tanks. I did have enough GBE to keep shocking those boom cannons and shock blaster. And I have these tanks going around the core like, all right, we're going to go try taking out those boom cannons for you. Yeah, didn't do good job on that one, but you guys were still my meat shield. Throwing critter boxes out over to distract all I can, guys, because I know that all I have now are tanks left, and I had just a little bit of HP on that core to deal with and no more GBE. So I'm like, come on, tanks, come on and tank it down, tank it down. Take it down, and then once they do, I had nothing but tanks for them. Or I said thank you, or tank you. So there we go, guys. The Skanks taken down, stage 22. Now next attack, guys, was not a solo. I actually attacked it in 2. This is stage 23. I used the riflemen, I used heavies and Zukas, guys. Kind of using the RHZ, whatever you want to call it. I had 3 boats of riflemen, and my planogram here was to kind of make a clear here. If I could get rid of that rocket launcher, and I need to get rid of that Dr. T lookalike, then we could definitely do some damage here. I was going to actually clear the shield generators and destroy much of the left-hand side. So with the riflemen, guys. So here we go here. Riflemen out. Again, you're dealing with 78 riflemen for just 3 full boats. So that's a lot of riflemen, guys. And then I flare up over here by the rocket launcher because, yeah, the rocket launcher will do some pretty damage to them. Now, I'm using a lot of GBE, guys, for smoke. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, man, my whole plan was after this was to smoke my Zukas and heavies up to the core and destroy it. Yeah, pretty much of a hero play, but it didn't quite work out that way. It did take me 2 attacks, and I did seal the deal. But as you can see here, guys, I do a pretty good job here of ridding the rocket launcher, and then I let the critters out, and then it basically, the boom cannons do direct their attention to the critters, and then my riflemen take out these shield generators as they were supposed to do, and we're just making our way. I'm not really using any more GBE for these guys because I already used plenty for the smoke, and I figure, you know, they're going to be reclaiming some GBE for me, so I'm back at 167, 170, and as you just saw, the shield fell off the core, so I'm like, perfect. Now I just need to find a spot. I'm thinking to myself, oh, I need to destroy that flamethrower and mortar because that's where I want my troops to go. And they fell pretty. I was pretty excited about that barrage because it took an artillery to get that mortar taken out. And I'm thinking to myself, beautiful. So I'm letting those guys die because if I don't want to flare yet, but now I do. But my riflemen. My riflemen are meeting me down. I'm trying to group my troops before I smoke because, like I said, they do run faster, the heavies do, than the Zookas, so I'm trying to do it. Now, if you look at my GBE, guys, I have 91, and it's slowly dwindling. And remember, I was using smokes to begin with the riflemen, so they are getting more expensive. And I'm like, this doesn't seem like it's going to work out. With the GBE dwindling, I mean, if I were to have like 80, 90 right now, then I would be looking great. But I had 4 left, guys, and you know what's going to happen here. I'm going to get pummeled with rockets, and yeah, I do a little bit of clearing, but it's not enough to make it worth a solo attempt. So here you guys go here, nothing to go. I got lasers shooting at me. All my Zookas and heavies are grouped together, so when those rockets are actually pummeling my troops, they're hitting my riflemen, I mean my Zookas and my heavies. And yeah, guys, I'm hoping to get that laser beam down. That would have been a great help. But you can see I did a decent pathway for my next troops to come in there and destroy the core. I need that laser beam, and boom, I got the laser beam, guys. And basically it's just like, all right, fine, you took me down, Mega Crab here, and yeah, congrats to you, but you're going down next time, guys, for sure. And here we are using the hookah strategy here, so I'm thinking to myself, all right, we got it. I got that mortar to contend with to blow up, but we're not going to deal with the mortar because and I got a lot of GBE, guys. At this time now, I'm fully boosted, so I'm, you know, I did promise at the beginning I wasn't going to boost, but gosh, I just get so tempted to because I want to do so well, and I know the prizes and the rewards are so good, like power powder. You got the power stones, and a video coming later when I'm up I'm up at 40 right now. I got some crystals already, so I think the higher stages that you beat, you get maybe you get automatic crystals. I don't know, that would be something. So far I've gotten two crystals on I think 39 and 40. So maybe as you reach higher, you get instead of shards, you get crystals. So I'm looking to get some crystals, guys, and some more power. I think power powder, I actually got like 2 power powder on one of those bases as well. So anyways, guys, so here you guys go here. Now I got some shocks, flares, and I'm flaring and shocking all the rock launchers and shock launchers. And you can see here that we've drained this Mega Crab's core here on stage 23. And boom, down goes 23, guys. So there we go. Boom, 23 is done. And we're going to move slowly but surely onto 24, guys. And I used the hookah to actually solo this base. Yes, you heard me right. I do solo this base. First and foremost, let's take out the shield generators because they didn't have that much HP. And yes, you're probably thinking, dude, you just like threw 3 barrages at those. Yeah, I did. But I look at my GBE and I'm like, all right, I'm going to reclaim a little bit. 134 left, and the shield is completely done. So now, and normally when the shield's off, these cores only have like 400 or 500k HP left. So I'm thinking to myself, my Zookas can eat that for lunch if they don't all die getting there. But anyways, guys, so I let the critters out right there so the rockets could focus on them. And then I smoke them right there to stop because I don't want... And look, at the same time, I'm getting a little extra GBE by popping those critter crates. So I'm at 141 instead of 134. And then now we make our way up to the right side of this. And I'm actually putting it up over there at the 1 o'clock mark at the core, just above that rocket launcher. Now you're probably thinking, oh, this is kind of crazy because... you got a flamethrower there, and all your troops are going to group up and everything like that. And they did. But I do solo this, guys. And I'm not saying I did this without losing any troops. But the fact of the matter is we did solo it. And that's just the way it is. So there's our troops. You can see our Zookas are in health. I had to get some med kits on them. But look at this, guys. We powerhouse through stage 24 just like that using the all hookah. So if you have the GBE, guys, take out those shield generators and then attempt to make the destruction and kill zone over there to destroy the core. So down goes 24, guys. Boom, solo. 25 again was not a solo using the hookah strategy, guys. I did not solo this one. I really wanted to. I had the idea to, and I really wanted to, but I didn't. Again, fully boosted. Here I go, knocking down this shock blaster. Didn't want him in play because that way now it'll just be a nice open area for my troops to go. That was my planogram. You could be the judge of how I did. I don't think I did the greatest, but I used the critters to open the critter crates to kind of distract, so while I can get my troops deployed. And so basically I actually flared my troops and a laser beam caught right in, but I don't think it's high enough to actually destroy my girls, so that was a good thing about it. And then I'm like, sorry, I'm zooming out again, guys, but I got to pay attention to what my gameplay is doing and where I'm looking to go. So finally I smoke them on the side up to the corner, guys. And I just think I just didn't have it. I didn't have it. I should have had it. I should have probably flared right there and then right to the actual part I wanted to flare to, because look at all this smoke and GBE I'm using. And it just didn't work out. I finally did actually smoke them where I should have smoked them before, and my heavies just kind of got punctured by some rockets, but as you can see, they're pretty healthy still. And I had 32 GBE guys left, not enough to actually contain these defenses, and I do fall to my doom. And and I got some flamethrowers there, rocking some of my Zookas on the outskirts of that core. But you can see, guys, I'm doing a pretty good job draining the core. I think I might even be able to actually, I don't know, do I take it down? Do I take it off? Do I destroy the actual, do I do it? Do I do it? Yes, I do. I actually take out the shield from the core and make it an easy second finish, guys. So moving on to the second attack on stage 25, the hookah will finish this attack, you guys. I was a bit nervous because it's, like I said, you gotta be able to smoke right. You gotta be able to place your troops right. And with heavy Zooka, it can be a little bit troubling because your heavies sometimes they run faster than your Zookas. And it makes for actually tracking your smokes. You got to be very wise because the Zookas are super terribly slow. I get it. They're young ladies carrying these big bazookas, and they're very heavy, and I'm sure that they can't walk that fast with them. I get it. It makes perfect sense. And the heavies, they're just meatheads, and they can carry anything and run, look like Rambo, and they can do whatever. So that's why you got to be very careful when you're smoking these troops together, because you can see, look at the heavies are already leading the pack, and the Zookas are not too far behind, but they are far behind. And you got to be able to smoke properly, because you'll run out of smoke time, and then your Zookas will be on the tail end of the smokes, getting caught in rocket fire and flamethrower fire, and then that's your ammo to take down these cores, and you can't lose those. You can lose your heavies, but don't lose your Zookas. You need those girls. So here we go, guys. I'm shocking away. I have plenty of GBE now, and this core is gonna fall at the feet of OpDestroy's feet right now. Throw some critters for a little barrage party or a little critter party, and down goes stage 25, guys. So that is stages 18 through 25, guys. Stay tuned for some more. I'm bringing you all the way to 40. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of the day or night, depending on where you are in the world. Thanks.